What's up, y'all? Brown Eyed Dame here, and we're back with another episode of Guild Wars 2 Back to Basics. Super excited to have you joining me today. Let's get into it. We're back. Zinni is here on the login screen, ready to go. Today we're just going to work on some exploring, leveling, and unlocking different things along the way. Our story unlocks at level 10 and we're level 7 right now, so we don't have much further at all until we can get into some of that. Leveling goes so fast now, in my opinion, that's why it feels like it's just information upon information without feeling like you've made progress in the world, but it will level out pretty quick, I promise. There's so much in-game content anymore that ArenaNet just made it easy to gain those levels so you can get straight into that content. But the base game sets your foundation, so I'm really enjoying going back to a free-to-play account again. But let's jump in here and get started where we last left off at Danador's Kennel in Khalidin Forest. Immediately we have new mail, which we will check on. And this is bonus event, return to the secrets of the obscure. If you click this show me button down here, it will show you the area that it's talking about, which is way up here, and we don't have access to that because that is expansion content, so we will disregard for now. Let's just head out of here to start some exploration. We've already uncovered a lot of this particular area, so I will pull up the map. We started down here by the village of Astoria and this farm and went down along the edge into Sleeves Inlet and around to Danador's Kennel. And I want to go to this icon right here. It will teach us about dodging, and we can actually turn our character in that direction while we are in the map, so we know we're going in the right direction. As we get closer to it, it popped up in the top right up here showing us where to go. So if we'll just follow that arrow, it should get us to where we need to go. We discovered Morgan's Spiral just then. This area, you can tell by the spiral on the minimap there, that's why it's called Morgan's Spiral. And I believe the dodging is up on top of all of this, so let's head back around.
You!
What
Yes,
does
you!
he have to say?
You can help! Please!
Oh, a massive mosquito just flew by. This little option with the person raising their hand is essentially you accepting to help them, and it'll start an event that will pop up on the top right of your screen and flash on the mini-map telling you where to go for it. There is our mosquito boss. We have a couple of others here to help us too. We finished that event pretty quick with a gold medal reward. And we got a loot, then head back up to our dodging practice. Okay, so the prompt has popped up as we've gotten closer saying dodge to avoid danger by pressing the V key or by double tapping a movement key. While dodging, you're temporarily invulnerable, and the yellow endurance bar above your health drains with each dodge, but it will recover over time. So it's this one here, and if we dodge, there goes one of our bars, and if we dodge
Not enough
again,
endurance.
Now you can see as it fills up to this bar again, then we'll be able to dodge again. It also makes a tiny little sound after it fills if you pay close attention, so you know that it's full. Right there. So these red lines are the no danger zones, so to avoid them we just dodge through it to get invulnerability, and then we can open the chest for goodies. Of course, to get out you just have to dodge right back out. It looks like we have a new heart quest here, helping a warden clear undead creatures from the area by burning corpses and stomping corrupted grub holes. You can always talk to the heart quest NPC for more in-depth dialogue about what they need or just some more general information. So if we select tell me about this place, it'll say this beach is a hotbed for undead. They wash in from the sea, some even originating from ore itself. We constructed the spiral on the beach as a seedbed to grow mortar pods to help us defend the area. And then they ask us to help take care of these grub holes and burn the bodies. This is a hero point. They are used to unlock other skills and traits for your specializations, and if we interact with it, it doesn't work. Probably because we're not high enough level yet, I assume. We'll find out. I'm gonna check this like every 2 seconds until it lets me. I'm gonna go up this tower and have a look. In fact, let's go back down here and get a bigger view of it. You can see it looks like a path, right? Let's go back up here and just follow that path. and fall off. That won't be the last time that happens. Of course, an event would start right now. To continue or to join the event for precious XP. Oh, my terrible jumping skills made that decision for me.
The undead return. How sad that this lovely place draws them like moths to a flame.
This battle is over! Something had to be driving those undead.
Let me try the 10th time real quick and not be able to do it. Apologies, I didn't even read that letter for the heart quest, and I actually meant to. We're gonna go back up here and then have another event pop because it is an event chain. So we gotta go kill this veteran risen Hylic in the water. Oh, he's coming back up. This poor guy has vulnerability, torment, confusion, and crippled inflicted on him. I've talked about vulnerability, but torment deals damage every second, confusion deals damage every time the target activates a skill, and crippled reduces movement speed. With the 5 of us fighting him, he did not stand a chance. We have unlocked underwater weapons for underwater combat and our 5th weapon skill. This is yet another event that I'm going to go ahead and do so I can earn some of that sweet XP. We're just escorting Agent Rex along here. and protecting him from Risen.
Enemy incoming! An attack is imminent. We've
It's time
arrived.
to move on.
Wow, lots of XP, and our agent Rex is going to go join this Heart Quest NPC. We've got a lot of stuff in our inventory here. These gloves aren't quite as good as the ones we have because ours have 2 attributes attached to them. These bags hold crafting materials and other things, and they say to double click it to open, and if we do that you can see it spit out these jute scraps, and we will deposit those. If we right click the stack of bags, you can go down to the bottom of the list and click use all, and it will open them all without you having to double click every single time. Then you can just deposit all your crafting materials and see what's left. I'm going to look at these boxes real quick to see what we may need and get rid of the rest since they're taking up room in my inventory.
Excelsior.
We can just move all of this stuff around now and put our old gear together so that we can sell it to a merchant when we come across one. Now these Black Lion chests have a chance of dropping some very cool rewards. It says that they contain a guaranteed item, a redeemable Black Lion statuette, and common items with chances to drop bonus rarer items. In order to open them, you have to have a Black Lion chest key, and these are in the gem store for real money or game gold converted to gems. They also have a small chance of dropping from enemies and to be given as a reward for map completions. The chest will drop more often than the keys will. They do allow you to buy bundles of keys, so you can get 1, 5, or 25 to keep on you or use all at once. It's really up to you. I typically just do map completion and use those keys that have a chance of dropping from that, because that's what I enjoy. I typically keep these Black Lion chests in a shared inventory slot or in the bank so that when I do get a key, I know where to find them and can unlock one when I'm ready.
You'll be safe on my watch.
So, another super helpful note here. If you're ever unsure of what something is, you can type \wiki and then control-click an item. Nope. That actually put the item straight in the chat for everyone in the chat to see. You can hover over it in chat and see the description. If it's armor or a weapon that someone else has pinged, you can actually click on it to preview it as well. So that's helpful too, actually. It's actually shift and click the item and it will put it in the chat down here like this. And when you hit enter, it will immediately open the browser on the official wiki page associated with that item. So you can learn more about it, and they also have links to other things related to it. The wiki is extremely helpful. So we can go to the chest key page to find out how we can get them. This is the same blurb that will show up on the Black Lion chest key. And it tells us that we can get them from the gem store, PvP reward tracks, map completion, and special containers. Very rarely do they drop from enemies, but it is possible. We're going to go talk to this warden spy like the heart quest tells us to do. And he says, my disguise may be convincing, but the Nightmare Court is ever vigilant. Let's see. Why are you disguised? We know the Nightmare Court is taking people, but we don't know how they're turning them. But with so many undead around, we don't have the numbers for an assault. Okay, and it says when you're ready, you can don the disguise and infiltrate Briarthorn. I'm going to say, we are ready. We have infiltrated the camp. I think it's funny, we're disguised, but our Fernhound is not. So it wants us to speak with the spy, which we did, and then defeat Nightmare Duelists, reassure hounds, clear Thornbriars, and help captives. I hate that it even gives you a second option to like do the bad thing to them, but they are there. I honestly don't even remember what they do. I've never even touched them. that was a lot of XP. Let's take a look at our level rewards. We have access to Gathering now. It gave us tools to help us out in the beginning. And our prompt says, to gather, equip the appropriate tools. Mining picks gather ore, harvesting sickles gather plants, and logging axes gather wood from trees. The materials you collect can craft new items. So here are the tools it gave us, which is awesome. And we also got our third downed skill, but we will accept these. And let's read our letter. I'm still impressed that you infiltrated the Nightmare Court. It takes a special kind of sneak to pull that off. My heart aches when I think about the terrible terrorizing abuse they heap on the innocent. If they'd infect these poor souls with nightmare, it would have brought suffering to the entire region. You have our thanks. And we unlocked our merchant. So let's see what the warden has for us. I do like to read the text in the light blue towards the bottom on items because sometimes they have interesting or funny things to say. So this one says, coming from darkness, they just grow like that. Talking about this thorn bracelet. So you'll see on some of these, it will say that the skin is locked in gray. If you do have it unlocked, it will say unlocked in white. If you want to unlock the skin, you just need to buy it, or you can buy it and salvage it. If you soulbind it to yourself whenever you acquire it, like it says down at the bottom, it says soulbound on acquire. That means that you can't move it from one character to another on your account. Once it soulbinds, typically it unlocks. You can also preview it on your character by right-clicking and selecting preview.
We live in dangerous times.
Everything!
Let's take a look at our map and see where we're at. You'll see the unlocked waypoints here have a fee amount in their description. So the further away you travel by them, the more it will cost. And this is how the Asura are paid for their contribution to fast travel, I suppose. Those greedy little aliens. So this one is more than the ones up here. This one's 9 and that one down there was 11 copper.
No escape!
If you're unsure how much money you have, you can pull up your inventory and it will be down in the right corner with your karma. It will display gold, silver, and copper. And while we're there, let's equip our gathering tools. Take care of this guy. To free up inventory space too. You can go in the hero panel and see that they were equipped right down here, and we only have 20 uses of each of these right now, so they will run out and we'll have to buy more of them. You have to be careful how many you buy though, because they don't stack in your inventory. This is also why I do really like infinite gathering tools, and you can get them in the gem store, and they are a quality of life thing that I really appreciate. They have a lot of cool skins too. And if you'd rather not gather your own resources for crafting and just buy them, then you may not care for these. But I do really enjoy them myself because I like, whenever I explore, to run around and collect the things that I come across.
This one, kill.
Ah, yes. We still need to follow this path up here. Let's go over here. And I still can't pluck this flower for the hero point. But we're gonna go ahead and get back to this little path here. Phew, we've done it. Let's grab this chest of goodies. And then we will go into the hero panel to look at that achievement we got because I wasn't fast enough getting to it before it disappeared. So we got 10 points for completing Morgan's Leap, which is a jumping puzzle found in Khalidin Forest. And if you click this back button, you will see this whole list of them that you can find and complete. These are great time sinks when you want a break from exploring and really want a challenge. The game disables gliding and mounts when you walk into the area of a jumping puzzle, so they truly are a challenge for you. And in the End of Dragons expansion, you get access to a rewind device that will help a lot with some of these with some patience. But try them out without that, and you will probably want to pull your hair out over them many times. We've also found our first juvenile animal to tame, and if we walk over and interact, this will pop up and tell us we have tamed juvenile jungle spider, and these two skills are unlocked right now. And it says it takes a particular frame of mind to have a giant spider as a pet, especially a rare jungle spider. Fortunately, they're capable of feeding themselves, disabling foes with a poison spit that can paralyze foes temporarily. It's going to ask if we want to equip now, and I'll say yes. And there is our spider pet. If we go to our pet panel, it will show us that we have our fernhound in one slot and the spider in the other. And now we have pet swap available to us. If one of them loses health, we can pop the other one out.
You.
This guy's just chilling up here. It says he was afraid we might be one of those Nightmare Court traders. Now I can see that you're not. What is this place? It's a spider sanctuary. He calms jungle spiders to help them be at peace with their surroundings, somewhere away from society. How did you get up here? I suspect the same way you did. Well, I had some help from the spiders, but the path was the same. It's safe here, so you're welcome to stay as long as you need. Why would the Nightmare Court be interested in this place? They began abducting animals and tortured them into servitude. Yeesh. Glad we got people like him on our side. Poor animals.
Can't wait to see it all.
I don't think I ever talked about our 5 skill, so let's look at it. It's called Barrage. It takes 2.25 seconds to activate with 20-second cooldown. It does damage times 12, so 432 at this level. It causes cripple up to 12 stacks, so 12 seconds with 50% movement speed. It can hit 5 targets, and the radius is 360 with a range of 1500. So that's a great one for mobs that are just coming at you. gonna slowly make our way down here. Ooh, longbow master. We killed 100 things with the longbow. So that gave us confusion. If we activate skills while confused, it will damage us. And the more stacks we have, the worse it is. So be mindful if you get confusion.
Rare treasure.
The road ahead is dangerous, friend. If you venture further, take great care.
Well, we made it out of that relatively unscathed. So let's glance at the map. Looks like we have a heart here and another one over here with a waypoint, so we will head that way. First, inventory management. Y'all are probably going to start having your own process by now, so I won't keep talking incessantly about that. But I'm just going to go through real quick how I do. and take care of inventory space.
The road ahead is dangerous. If you venture further, take great care.
On my guard.
Our next heart quest popped up in the top right there. It wants us to kill hiding spiders, gather red cap mushrooms, and destroy spider webs and toxic mushrooms. These red caps are a lot of fun. You gather them for our heart NPC, but when you do, they turn you tiny so you can fit in these spider nest holes and kick spiders out of them. Just like that. I actually just noticed the chat and what these two players said. That's pretty funny, honestly. Our letter says, I'm still having nightmares, but I'm glad you cleared that spider cave. Looking on the bright side, I found some real culinary delights. So we'll accept that. Ah, we were collecting red caps when we interacted with them, and you can bring them back to Elaine to get credit for your heart quest. We'll get them out of our inventory by giving them to her. They're no good for anything else. Yet another golden description that gives me the giggles. Don't eat this one. The stuff I preserved it with doesn't taste too good. Elaine. Thanks, Elaine. Just looking real quick here at what she's got. Nothing crazy. Let's sell our junk and our old equipment real quick. I'll likely keep this in the bank once we get to one. You need 3 other pieces before you can do anything with it, but we will eventually get them all. Oh, I don't know why I just remembered this, but to get to your dyes, if you want to dye your armor as you go, you open the hero panel and go back out of this equipment tab. Below it is the skins you've unlocked in the wardrobe. Then you have your outfits tab if you want to put any of those on that you've unlocked by buying them in the gem store. Occasionally you can unlock them if you watch Twitch and they have drops going on. You can watch a creator stream Guild Wars 2 and earn drops. They've had the Ritualist outfit in there recently, and I think it may still be going on if you want to try to nab that. Now right below outfits is the dyes tab. There are a lot of dyes to unlock, and you'll get them by completing quests, in birthday gifts, buying them off the trading post, or even the gem store. There are a lot of ways to get them. Some of them will seem similar, but the secret is to try them on different materials. Heavy equipment is typically metal, and it will look way different on it compared to the different cloths or leather. They're all worth unlocking because they all have different looks. You can even preview how they look when they're locked, so you can look up the name of the dye and see how you may want to get it on the wiki. I'm just gonna play around with some combos here real quick. I think I'll just go with this right now. Applying dyes doesn't cost anything, so if you want to keep up with it, then go for it. I'm bad about using an outfit until I reach level 80 and I'm geared before I worry about skins and dyes, but you can dye the outfits too anyway, so if you want to dye, go for it. That sounded terrible. If you want to dye your outfits, go for it. New Heart Quest area. They want us to defeat the undead, revive territory markers, rebuild fortifications, and spar with local wardens.
I chose you. Ah.
May the stars guide you.
Act with wisdom.
Heck, we'll bow to this one just because we can. And instantly smack them.
I grew more lovely.
Whoa. Lots of things just happened. That's awesome. We're gonna look at our heart merchant real quick. Kind of the same old stuff. Yep. Let's sell our junk. Awesome. We're going to come right up here where we're kind of out of harm's way. Okay. First level rewards. Now that we are up here and can take a look at this stuff, we've unlocked our personal story as shown up here in the top right in green. You'll always be looking for green objectives for story quests. We also now have weapon swapping available, so we can try out some of our other weapons in our second weapon slot. This prompt says that the tilde on the keyboard above the tab is how you weapon swap, but it can be changed. It has a 9-second cooldown when in battle. We also have our Trial Raptor mount unlocked that you get to keep from this point on if you upgrade your account. And let's see. Yeah. And our primary attributes went up again. Okay, so next level we get 5 hero points, so we can probably get that flower at Morgan's Spiral now. We also unlock crafting at 12, so we need to start gathering so we can look into that. And we also get Masterwork armor soon, and the next story chapter at level 20. Read our letter real quick. It was great meeting you. You were a big help to us while you were here. It was a huge burden on us trying to protect Astoria. We'd surely have been lost if you hadn't been here. Warden Jemai. And that is the merchant that we unlocked. I will likely keep reading these letters if I remember because I do enjoy it, but I was going to show you a way of just skipping this pop-up box entirely. Next to accept is this save for later button. If I click that, it will go back over the mini-map, and if you right-click it, you can bypass the pop-up and just accept your rewards. This is a way to quickly accept pop-ups over there. If there is something to select, it will always pop up, so there's no worries about you not getting something. This is our mount alert, so if we click it, it's going to pull up information on it. And we get it unlocked for 10 hours of gameplay. And again, if we upgrade the account, we get it from this moment forward. Use the Raptor's high-speed running, long jumps, and tailspin skills to help you along your journey through Tyria. So the mounts do have skills, but to further train them so that they become better, you have to have the Path of Fire expansion unlocked. So that you can level those. Our temp access to the mount can be used by pressing X on the keyboard. We click our icon, boom, Raptor mount. And our prompt is telling us that Raptors can jump long distances by holding space. All mounts have some sort of spacebar movement skill. And we'll probably use it here and there while we have the trial, but I'm not going to rely on it in the base game. We also received mail, likely for our story, so let's see what it says. It is from Kaith, and it says, Valiant, a wonder has been sighted in the Cleedon Forest. Villagers say they have seen a white stag roaming the forest. Legends tell of such a thing, and the Pale Tree herself has said that it is a spirit of protection and wisdom. I remember seeing the image of this creature in your dream. Somehow you have a connection to the white stag. We must speak of your dream to the leader of your cycle, and see if we can interpret its meaning. Perhaps you may even be one to capture the stag, and bring it safely to the mother's care. Return to the grove, and I will tell you more. So there's that. Now we know why we're going to see Kaith, and you can look at your story progress in the hero panel. If we go to this story journal tab, this is where all story related progress will be shown. We are starting our personal story, and the first bits are related to what we picked in the character creation. So we are going to look for the white stag because it says I am called to find it. All of this down below is after we've gone through the personal story and have reached level 80, and most of it is unlocked when expansions are bought, so there is a lot of content to get through. Real quick, this other tab is crafting, which we will get into later on, and the rest of this we will also look at a little later on, so let's just see where we need to be going for our story. Oh yeah, so when starting out, each of the starting areas will have one waypoint unlocked, so it's easy to get there and to get to the other major cities. And all of these waypoints are right by the main city entrances. But we don't need to go to any of those places right now, but I did want to show you that they are available. We can also look at the current map completion by hovering over the name of the map. Even if you're not in that map, you can hover over the map. Right now, we have 23% completion of Cleedon Forest. It'll show how many renown hearts, hero points, waypoints, vistas, and POIs that we found in that map. And once you complete it, it will give you a reward chest indicated at the end of that progress bar for just this map. Now, you can also see the progress of the map you're currently in the top left of the screen. As you mouse over these different things in the completion box, it will flash on the map where to find the ones that you're missing. So these renown hearts are telling us to talk to the scouts to unveil the locations of the hearts we haven't uncovered yet. For the waypoints that are unclouded but not yet unlocked will flash. And we've got a couple there currently. The same goes for any POIs, which we don't have any right now. Hero points either, though it should be flashing at that one at Morgan's Spiral. And then vistas, which would flash if unclouded as well. So if you're trying to finish a map but can't find the last few things, this is a really great little tool to use to find them if you don't want to have to look in the wiki. At the very top is your world completion for the base game Tyria, and there are a lot of things to find. The POIs are the most abundant, and some of them are quite tricky to find because they may be kind of hidden. But after you get world completion, you get a legendary crafting component that will help you craft Generation 1 legendary weapons, and so that's very important. We're just going to start heading towards our story marker. There's our scout from the very beginning, with a lot of new people popping in, and that's what I love to see. Even if it's just people that are key farming, which we will talk about later, still love to see it.
Just joking.
We've made it to our main city, the Grove. There is the Pale Tree.
I humbly
There are
welcome
all
you.
sorts of merchants scattered throughout the main city selling all manner of things.
Until next time.
This
I know
one
your
is selling
face from my
gathering
dream.
tools. And these go up in level because the material changes the higher the level that you get and in different maps. We'll go ahead and buy our next upgrade so that we have extra. You can drag this number down here at the bottom up and down to buy multiple, but just be aware that they don't stack, so they will take up your inventory space. She's also selling salvage kits. Crude is the lowest level, and they go up from there. The chances of acquiring rarer materials go up with each kit, as well as the chance to salvage upgrades from the things you salvage. So if there are runes or gems or things like that, you may get them back, but more likely you just get the materials to make them back. When you're first kind of starting out, they can get a little up there in price, but that's why I do also recommend getting infinite salvage kits later down the line in the gem store. You can actually pull those up under utility, and you can see this copper fed salvage-o-matic is the equivalent of having a basic salvage kit, and you pay 3 copper each piece of gear that you salvage. It does save you a little bit of copper because at 88 copper for 25 uses, you're paying around
Seize
3.5
the moment.
copper per piece of gear that you salvage. The silver fed is the equivalent of using a master's salvage kit. You use these on higher rarity gear to get better materials. The cost per use on these is 60 copper, while if you bought the masters, you'd be paying almost 61.5 It's not a huge difference, but it's a great convenience at the very least. Right now, we'll just grab a crude one to keep on us. So now in our inventory, you can right-click the salvage kit and select salvage all fine and lower, and it will pull up the screen with all of the things that it's going to salvage and ask if you're sure and tell you how many uses it will take to do so. Conversely, if there's only 1 or 2 things you want to salvage, you can double click the salvage kit and then click on anything that isn't red to salvage it.
I'm at your service.
Hey, here's an Asura. There will be a lot of different races hanging out in the main cities for various reasons. It's easy to get to crafting tables and banks. There's a human, and this char is riding its sky scale that has a super cool moth skin on it with another super cute char right next to it. Just hanging out. These are karma merchants with this purple triangle symbol. They'll sell different little things, so you can always check with them to see what they've got. And this is a birthday merchant. As your character ages, you get a present every year that have these proof of legend tokens that can be spent here. Yeah, these. And they unlock a cool skin set, and they can be worn by any armor class, which is really nice. Oh hey, there's another Vista we can get. There are things in the main cities for map completion, but they're probably the easiest to complete since you're not fighting enemies every step of the way. So that makes it really nice. That's not to say that some of them aren't a little tricky, but there's no rush whatsoever. Alright, we got that. So let's see if we can carefully drop. That won't be the last time that that happens, I can assure you.
Huh?
Another thing about cities is their waypoints don't cost anything to travel between within the city itself, so don't be shy about using them. I think this is where we're going to cut it for this episode, friends. In the next, we will be jumping into the first bit of our story missions. Comment below if you found anything helpful in this episode, if maybe you're starting this journey as well for yourself. I can't wait for you to join me in Tyria again. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, nothing but peace and love to y'all. I'll see you next time.